What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast, the official podcast of the Geeks and Company. That's right. We are the Geeks and Company. My name is JS. How are you all doing tonight? We were off last week. But we do have a special guest this week. But before we get to our special guests, Mr. Aka, Messiah Complex Cosplay.
Sir.
How you doing, Jeff?
Wonderful. How are you?
I am in love with that beard of yours, bud. That is just fucking majestic, man. I've never seen anybody grow a beard that fast. He was at my house 6 days ago.
Yeah.
And that beard was like half that size. Like, I don't understand.
It's like the Play-Doh Fun Factory. You just push down the top of my head.
100%. I don't know what is going on there.
Yeah, I come from a long line of beardos. My dad could grow it the same way, where it seems like, you know, he didn't have 5 o'clock shadow. He had 5 o'clock beard. You know what I mean? Like he was a very hirsute individual. So and it's winter time. I don't have to cosplay, and I'm not in any kind of a production right now. So I get to just grow it out. I don't have to worry about having it shaped or trimmed or any of that noise. And it adds all this bulk to my face, which is good. And by the way, it's like minus 1,000 outside too. So it's coming in real handy when I'm having to go out and do anything at all. But having to go out and do anything at all, have you been patrolling the streets, Rob, the vigilante guy? Have you been out making sure the streets of Oshawa and Curtis are safe?
There's no Yeti anymore. We took care of that problem. The streets are safe for now, Jeff.
All right, well, that's good. No more gas station adventures. No more.
Not yet. No, I haven't seen those
school zone complications. Nothing like that. You're good.
No school zone complications.
Right,
I had to think for a second. There.
Yeah, I know.
No, it didn't.
I'm just gonna leave it there too. I'm not gonna add any context. I'm just gonna let everybody draw their own conclusions.
So we have a community Facebook group here in the area, and every time I see somebody post that they've had some sort of a road rage event with a pickup truck, I'm always like, is it a
Rob?
blue F-150?
It's gotta be Rob. Rob's there, right?
I had to leave that community news group, but yeah, I am here.
You are here. You know who else is here?
No,
who else is here?
This other guy.
I don't know who that is.
Anybody know who Steve McGinnis is? Because if you don't, you're about to find out.
Yeah, you are.
Steve McGinnis, freelance illustrator, specializing in horror art, covers, graphic novels. You worked on the Terrifier comic book?
Yes, and the Terrifier movies.
Yeah,
1 and 2.
Steve McGinnis, welcome to the Geek Boutique podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You may be asking yourselves, guys, how did we get renowned horror artist Steve McGinnis on the podcast? And we got him because he's going to be a guest at Brantford Comic Con, which we're going to cover in the community news segment. And Brantford Comic Con reached out and said, hey, could you do like a pre-interview with some of the guys we're going to have featured there? And we can then use that to help promote the con. We were like, of course, we love doing that stuff, and we love talking to people. So, and Steve somehow was like, yeah, I'll be on your podcast. I don't really, I'm sure he's going to come to regret that decision, but here we are. We got him for at least the hour where we can pick his brain and talk about all the things that Steve does. And if you look behind him, you can get a really good indication. But before we get to that, Steve, why don't JS gave us a brief rundown. Can you give us sort of a cliff notes for anybody that doesn't know you or your work, why we're talking to you today?
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking to me today. Who are you people?
Yeah.
You clicked on a phishing link.
Yeah.
No, I've been illustrating on my own since 2008, and basically I've illustrated everything: children's novels, comic books, mostly now in the horror genre, doing posters, any type of work that needs to be done in the horror genre, and people will come to me and I'll bang it out for them.
Awesome. We're going to do a deep dive on all of that once we get past our usual silly little segments that we usually do for the first half of the show. But I want to give everybody an indication as to why we had you on and what we're going to be talking about today. So thank you, sir.
Guys, keep an eye out on the Brantford Comic Con social medias. They will be posting snippets of this very episode, so make sure you keep an eye out on that.
Oh God, nobody told me that. I would have dressed up a little bit at least.
Yeah, I mean, some of the questions may actually end up as a statement. You know what, man? Look at him. I mean,
it's terrible. Don't do
tell
that.
me he doesn't look fucking amazing with that beard on. Like, look,
don't even. Guy. There's no context. He's never seen me without it. How would he know? What do you mean?
I mean,
definitely got a hug with a little scruffle from him.
Andre's looking like he's in lockdown all over again. Yeah, I think
I mean,
that's,
you know.
Yeah.
Luck on. That's some good luck on.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks. I just put some beard balm in it too, so it's all nice and smelly and soft and all that good stuff. Anyways,
Is it that time? I think it
feels
is.
like it is. It's the news brought to you by Brantford Comic-Con, May 9th at Lions Park Arena in Brantford. We're going to be talking about all kinds of that coming up later on in the program. But today, we have some news. The juicy news, I think, this week is probably that trailer that dropped, especially for those of the olds.
I don't know if everybody heard you. I couldn't hear what you said there. You did say the He-Man trailer.
The He-Man trailer, yeah, that is the big news, the juicy news this week. It seems like, anyways, especially for the olds like myself and others in our age group, where He-Man was a huge cartoon and toy line and action figures and everything else. The live-action trailer just dropped. This is their second kick at the can.
Mhm.
They had one way back in the 80s that had Dolph Lundgren and a bunch of other guys, and it did not do well at all. And they kind of didn't really do a whole lot with the product in the ensuing. But now we've got a live action trailer. Have you guys watched the trailer? What are your reactions? What are you thinking? Are you excited?
Mhm.
Oh, Steve's got a reaction. Give us that.
I'm split. Like, I love the nostalgia of it because I was a big He-Man fan.
Sure.
But Jared Leto is just cinema poison, eh? Like,
I was gonna say,
Oh,
3,
we've been
2,
ragged.
1. Someone's
Yeah.
gonna mention Leto at some point.
We've been ragging on Leto for fucking
Oh,
years here. Oh,
he is just movie poison.
Yeah.
I
Now,
don't know.
is there a certain
Yeah.
level because he's unrecognizably, like, it doesn't look anything like him, like it's the full skull and the suit and everything else? So are we going to be able to like get around? Like, is our intellect going to be able to fool ourselves?
I hope
into
so.
thinking? Steve's like, no. I know who that son of a bitch is behind that mask. I'm having nothing to do with it. I mean, it's clearly they spent
Yeah.
some money, right? Like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
production value
Yeah.
looks great. It
It
looks
looks
like
really
it takes
good.
place on Earth and on Eternia. Like, it's a whole thing. So,
That's my actual gripe.
which is
Why do they need to have him on Earth at all?
to make
Yeah.
it relatable to
Right?
you
Like,
and
I
me
don't know,
and
man. They
everybody.
don't need to have him on Earth to make him relatable. He-Man was the biggest thing ever in 1991. No,
Right.
89.
80.
You know what? Whatever it was, don't quote me on this, guys, because I'm completely out
Oh.
to lunch half the time. But
I will not be able to come over to saying native. No.
I don't understand why they need to have him on Earth at all. Visually, though, once like the trailer gets to Eternia, and all of a
Right.
sudden you see Battle Cat, and you see,
Yeah.
Man at Arms.
goddamn, they put him in a pink shirt. Okay, like
know.
how more like this thing looks to me visually looks spot on.
I
I
think
can't wait to see the movie.
probably because it's meant to be the first of a franchise. I think that's probably why they have that first bit on Earth.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
And then after that, it'll mostly
Yeah.
be Eternia for assuming it does well. Again, as discussed, Leto is box office poison, so we'll see what
Yes.
happens. But
Yeah.
contrast,
Uh,
contrast.
Did you freeze it on Beastman?
No,
I
how
did.
does he look good?
Yeah, he looks really good.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's like a millisecond where he's like crushing a car. He lands on it, and you can freeze it. And I was like, "Oh my god, it's Beastman!"
Yeah.
It
I want
looks
Orko. Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing we haven't seen in the trailer is Orko. Whether Orko's in the actual movie or not, I don't know. It'd be silly not to include him in any manner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Orko was part of season 1
Really?
of He-Man. I feel like he wasn't always there. He came later
I think I
in
was
the show.
single
Rob, if you can
digits.
fact check me on that, please.
it's
Rob,
Rob
the
the fact
fact
checker.
guy.
Rob the facts guy.
He was
But,
part of season 1.
Oh,
he
in
was.
season
Oh,
one. There you go.
okay. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. So I don't know. I hope they bring him in.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Because Arco was the weak point of the original movie.
He
Dolph-
wasn't in the first one, was he?
He was in the original movie.
Really?
I don't know if they even called him Orko. But they did. That movie was a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
It wasn't really
Don't
the
say.
He-Man that we knew.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say that I loved that movie and I owned it on VHS.
Of course you did, and of course
But it was not the He-Man that we had in cartoons. It was its own thing, right?
Right.
Kind of a little bit like the all the different He-Mans that have come out, the different series that have come out since. They've all been different, right?
Yeah.
They've
No, that's
never.
fair.
So I'm really looking forward to this one. But yeah, Jared Leto, man. Oof.
JS, would you mind if you can see that second item there? Would you mind trying to pull up a still image of that?
Yeah, I could
That would
totally
be
do that because it
fantastic.
looks sick.
We have gotten I guess we got our first official look at Lobo, DC Comics anti-hero, I guess we call him Lobo, bounty hunter extraordinaire, in the first official Supergirl teaser. Since then, this past week, they came out with, you get a real close-up, bright look of him coming in on the hog or whatever. And other than the glowing red eyes, he looks just like he's as Lobo as you would want Lobo to be. Again, it's been well publicized. Jason Momoa, when he first got a call that he was going to be in a DC movie way back when from Zack Snyder, and he was convinced it was going to be Lobo, and then Zack Snyder was like, "No, it's not Lobo, you're Aquaman." He was like, "What?" Now, when he gets the call from James Gunn, and James Gunn is just like, "Yeah, of course you're going to be Lobo. Look at you, you are Lobo."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here he is.
We get a very shadowed, blurry image in the first trailer, but now we're getting to see him in all of his muscly leather biker glory. Like I said, I really hope they go in post and red out his eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
They do. There's a close-up shot of his face and him smiling, a different angle of the trailer, and his eyes are red.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Crushing it, killing it. Yeah, out of the park. You're not going to get any better than that. I have no idea what the movie's going to be like. It looks very Guardians of the Galaxy-ish, but very, very cool to finally see Momoa fulfilling the role he should have been fulfilling 10 years ago live on screen. I know this is, I think someone told me that there was a Lobo did appear on Krypton, I guess, on the TV show.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we're going to see him live action in a film. So I'm definitely looking forward to
the
yeah.
the Krypton Lobo was wow, a bit of a joke.
I saw a still, and he kind of looked
Yeah.
a little bit like the Battlefield Earth guys, and I'm like, that's not the look you want to be emulating. That was horrendous.
I wouldn't even go that way. First of all, he looked like he weighed 145 pounds soaking
Well,
wet.
he was a skinnier dude.
To
To be fair, in the comics, the new 52 Lobo was also skinny.
he was
much,
also
much-
leaner,
and I think
but
that's what they were kind of trying to model it
Yeah,
after.
maybe.
But yeah, no, that's the Lobo, the bounty hunter biker from space is what we all want. Is anybody watching Wonder Man? Disney Plus dropped the whole thing at once, Netflix style. They didn't put it out weekly. We've talked about this before. This show was being shot in the midst. It literally, they were halfway through shooting when the actors and the writer strike happened. And I just learned today this show came about this close to getting Batgirled. Apparently, it was this close to them just
really,
canning it and taking it as a tax write-off because of the interrupted production and everything else. And the studio, by the way, was super not happy with what they saw in that first half, because when they got back to production, they had a stack of notes from the studio about that thick, which they did try to use as much as they could. And it's sitting at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
it's
And
fantastic.
yeah, all the critics seem to really be enjoying it. The audience scores are good on it as well. I'm hearing there's not a lot of actual superheroing going on. It's a very much like a character piece as far as that goes. I haven't checked it out. Keith L saying he's about halfway through. Not yet, and I will at some point. I'm seeing as well out there in the chat. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but apparently it's good. Check it out. I don't know. I take it none of us have seen it.
I've never even
No.
heard of it until this week.
The trailer piqued my interest. The trailer,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
definitely
trailer
piqued
looked
my
really
interest.
good.
Yeah. And I love that actor as well.
Ben
Of
Kingsley.
course, yeah, no, I mean, yes, but no, Wonder Man. I don't remember
okay.
his name off the top of my head, but yeah, he's been great in everything he's done. He was in the Watchmen TV show, and of course, he was Black Manta. Yeah, fantastic. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord or something.
Yeah.
It's the longest title ever. I don't know what they were looking for that, but it looks like there's another Star Wars animated thing, and it's about thrice killed Darth Maul. Do I have this? Does anybody know anything about this? They dropped a trailer for it.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the animated stuff on the Star Wars side. I'm a huge Star Wars geek in there, but I couldn't get into Clone Wars, and I never
It's funny. Same here. I just couldn't get
yeah,
it.
Really?
tried. And it looks like it kind of has the same or similar animation style that we're seeing in that and Bad Batch and
100%.
recently.
Yeah, I think it's the same animation company.
Yeah, it's in that same.
It looked like it.
Yeah.
So when is this? Does anybody know when this is supposed to take place? Because
Yeah.
like I said, he's died. Well, I mean, I guess he didn't die in that first. He just got chopped in half. But then Doesn't he die in Rebels again?
No, he.
Oh.
Actually,
He
yes,
does
but
die in
that
Rebels.
was in the
That's when he
future.
dies,
Yeah,
dies.
because he
Yeah.
dies in that one, the final Ben Kenobi fight.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. So this takes place obviously in between those two. Like, is he post
No.
cut in half?
Yes. No. Yes.
This is what I'm talking about.
I think
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So this happens between Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
because the Emperor imprisoned him after he killed his brother Savage, remember?
Correct.
And then he was in prison. But there's a whole Marvel comic, I think, about him breaking out and like running amok through the universe. And I think they're taking it from this.
That's a shot. Okay. So
Yeah,
Shadow Lord.
so
he's
this
got like the
is-
mechanical legs and the
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have the spider legs anymore. He's got the regular legs, right?
But the regular mechanical legs, not the
They were
shredded
so
mechanical
creepy,
legs.
eh?
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was weird as hell. This is going to be the introduction to, I can't believe Darth Talon.
Really?
That's the Leku,
Correct.
Twi'lek, right?
The Twi'lek. So
Sith Lord,
you
yeah.
see her in the trailer.
Oh,
she's
she's
not
in the
Darth
trailer.
Talon yet,
Right.
right? She's not red because
Right.
red is not her real color. She's a Twi'lek, right? So
Right.
she paints herself red to look like Maul, but she was Darth Talon is Maul's apprentice. This is the story we're seeing.
Gotcha.
We're seeing the story of when he meets her and turns her, and she becomes his apprentice.
Right.
Yeah, because she still looks like a Padawan in this one with
Yeah, she is a Padawan. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So
but this
obviously,
happens post Order 66,
yes.
right? So
'cause
she's
you're on
one of the
the run.
surviving Padawans that he finds and turns, right?
so you two nerds are super looking forward to this. Clearly,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Rob and I are like,
Although while we were talking, I 5 minutes ago I watched the trailer right on silent.
yeah.
It looks fantastic. It looks
Okay, well, that's
beautiful,
good.
so
It
I
looks
might
amazing.
actually check it out.
And yeah, one of the I don't know if it's one of the producers or one of the directors or whatever did an interview was mentioning how they intentionally made this show visually darker and it's got a little slightly different color tone and so on and so forth just to make it unique to you're seeing the story through his eyes.
Ooh.
Right? This is his story that you're seeing, right? So visually it's the same animation style but using a different tone and color palette and so on and so forth to make you view it through a Sith's eye.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this way more than the Bad Batch. I kind of fell off of the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I don't know, it didn't really hook me like Clone Wars and Rebels did, but this one I'm looking forward to it.
I was wondering if we were going to hear from Sticky Ricky. So this is our good friend Richard, and he does an amazing
yes.
Darth Maul. There may be a robotic leg addition to my Maul cosplay coming.
Yes,
Nice.
please.
Considering it.
Freaking A, that would be dope.
Because you're
as
not
hell.
freaking out the little kids enough with your Darth Maul cosplay. Throw some big ass mechanical legs on there, and that'll get the job done for sure.
By the way, Steve, if you don't know Richard does one of the best Darth Maul cosplays probably on the planet.
It's
Really?
It's really good.
Oh, and he's
Yeah.
working. He's in the midst of making a Cad Bane, and I
Ooh.
cannot.
I can't wait.
Because he does
for
all
it.
his own. He does all his own full. He does the ghoul from Fallout, so he does all his own silicone
Ooh.
masks and such. That's something
Silicone
that
masks and
he
prosthetics,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy town. So he's putting together a Cad Bane with a full silicone.
Ooh, Cad Bane, so cool.
Dope,
Yeah.
dope. Can't wait.
And I hope he does. Well, you know what? I don't hope. I'm curious which one he's doing. If he's doing the Book of Boba Fett Cad Bane, or if he's doing the animation Cad Bane. By the suit that we saw him post on Facebook yesterday or today, I think he's doing the animation version. But
Yeah,
Richard, you confirm if you can.
A couple of new shows have dropped recently. One of which felt like came in with a lot of baggage. You know what? They both came in with a lot of baggage. But
Just
they're both
say
actually, They're both actually. Hey,
Just say it.
it's part like I gotta tease it a little. So Star Trek Starfleet Academy and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms are essentially running concurrently right now. I think Starfleet Academy is into its third week, and then Knight of the Seven Kingdoms just aired its second episode, about to air its third episode coming this Sunday. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Starfleet Academy would have just aired its fourth today, I think is when it comes out on Paramount Plus. Anyway, I think we got to wait a day extra for it here in Canada. Both shows kind of came in with a little bit of baggage. Obviously, the end of Game of Thrones, we don't have to have the discussion yet again about the 7th, in particular, the 8th season of Game of Thrones and how much it fell off a cliff. And even the 2nd season of House of the Dragon, not quite as well received as the 1st season of that show. So Night of the Seven Kingdoms kind of had its work cut out for it coming up. And especially since it's told on a much smaller scale from those two shows. There's no dragons, there's no magic, and you get to see some of the bigger houses and some of the nobility, but it's not told from their perspective like all the other shows have been. It's told from just this guy, this wandering dude with a homespun and a sword. Like he's just a guy. And he meets this small kid on the road and they go to this tournament or whatever. So both those shows are actually reviewing pretty well, especially A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. People seem to really be digging it. I'm current on it. I don't know if you guys are watching it or not, but so far I've really enjoyed how different it is from what we're used to from these epic, huge production Game of Thrones style things. If you want something on a smaller scale and maybe you got a little bit of fatigue from the Game of Thrones stuff, check out A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It is very, very good. Yeah.
Everybody in the chat is loving it.
Yeah.
We have to check it out. Jen
Yeah.
was a massive, massive Game of Thrones fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure she would love this.
Yeah. So this one takes place chronologically. It's after House of the Dragon, but before Game of Thrones. So it's kind of right in the middle there.
Right.
So.
Well, you know me, I've only really watched House of the Dragon, so I don't have any skin in this game, let's say.
Yes.
But I do want to check it out, but I'm so behind on TV shows, man. That's
it's not a quiz, man. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not going to come around with a clipboard and make. Have you watched your daily dose? No,
yeah, I'm real behind on this one. So yeah,
I recommend it. I definitely.
But it's reviewing very well.
Yes, and believe it or not, so with Starfleet Academy. So Starfleet Academy is taking place within the same time frame as Discovery, so it's in that sort of far future or whatever. Yeah. And I think a lot of people went into it. It was like, oh, it's just the CW, Star Trek in space. It's actually pretty good. Like the first 2 episodes in particular were very, very good. The 3rd episode was not as, it had some teeny, angsty, issue-y kind of thing, but it's another one of those. It's kind of like Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's not taking itself as seriously as a lot of the other Star Treks have up until now. It's kind of more of a lark, and it's clear that they're kind of just having fun with that concept. Like, just let's see how goofy we can. It's almost campy to a point, right? Almost like the 60s vibe, right? Just not taking itself that seriously. So again, JS will never check it out in a million years because of how much he hated Discovery. But if you're a true Trekkie, I do recommend at least checking out the first 2 episodes and see if it's going to catch that vibe for you or not. So
if you're a true Trekkie, listen,
look at all you olds are like, no, I'll have none of that. Thank you very much.
You're saying I'm never going to check it out in a million years. I am going to check it out as soon as well, I told you what my problem was last.
Yeah. You haven't even watched the 3rd season of Strange New World, sir. So
again, I'm
revoking your card.
I'm in a dilemma here of TV provider.
Oh yeah, your dodgy box.
You know what?
Yeah. See, look, Clark Kent. He's older than all of us. He's loving Holly Hunter and Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, really?
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Wow.
Have you checked it out, Steve? And
yes, I have.
And you did not enjoy it.
It's like I'd rather take a bat lift to the heart. Like. Okay, let me put it in this form.
Hit me.
They're at the Starfleet Academy, which is pretty much like West Point, right? Like this is the top of the top. You're going to be commanding a Starfleet vessel at some point with a crew under you, and it's pretty serious. Holly Hunter, like she's a captain, and she's supposed to be training them, and she's acting like a cat. Like she's just laying around and like curling up in a ball in a chair and everything. She's not projecting like captain. You know what I mean? Like she just seems like a old pothead. Like so like just falling asleep everywhere.
So she is of the same race as
she's like 400 years old or something.
She's a Lanthanite, so the same race as from Strange New Worlds, Carol Kane, the character that she plays.
Oh yes.
So apparently that's all on purpose. Like that's the bare feet, the whole 9 yards. They want her to look very, because she's seen it all and she's done it all and that kind of thing. Yeah, you're right, Steve. Either you buy into it or you hate.
And then there's the Jemadar, right? The female Jemadar.
She's half Jemadar, half Klingon, which is wild. Yeah.
But the Jemadar were made just to be warriors for that. What race? The X-23 or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And they were just made to be warriors and everything. So she's not addicted to the white, and she's a
I
female. And then
assume with the half Klingon
the
heritage.
Klingons and the Jem'Hadar were
Well-
like blood enemies too, right?
Yeah.
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 My understanding.
Well, this is
and I was a
900
big
years after, but I
DS9
mean,
fan.
Yeah. Klingons
My
take the-
understanding is that the Jem'Hadar at the end of DS9 they heal their Ketracel white addiction,
Ooh.
right?
Okay.
So they're not addicted to the Ketracel white at the end anymore.
No.
But they're not engineered to even be able to reproduce. They don't
No.
have reproduction organs.
No.
Which
Right.
after a couple of years, because they also said that the oldest Jem'Hadar was only 9 years old. After a couple of years, you would think that there would no longer be any Jem'Hadars after the war.
Yeah.
Right? Now, are there ways of them to explain that? And
I'm sure they'll have
re-engineer
a focus
them
episode on
and-
her.
Sure.
And we'll get some explanations. 900 years, guys. Lots could happen in 900 years.
I'll say this. I've not watched it, and I am going to watch it. And I have a feeling that there's a lot of people, just like Knights of the Seven Kingdom, who were turned off by the way that Game of Thrones ended.
Right.
I think a lot of people are annoyed by, like I said, the newer Trek, and they just don't care anymore. And I think that even though they're reviewing well, I'd be curious to see the actual numbers of how many people are actually watching. I think a lot of people have just turned off,
Well,
unfortunately.
there was one channel that had more viewers on YouTube of Spock in a chair than they had on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but it's interesting. I don't know. I understand that if Star Trek is to stay a franchise moving forward, they need to bring in newer viewers, and I get that. And they have to try different things. A lot of people hated Lower Decks. I thought Lower Decks was the most Star Trek of all Star Treks,
Appreciate
right?
that. Love it.
So not everything's
You
going
can
to
please some of the
to
Trekkies
everybody.
all of the time, and all
Yeah.
the Trekkies some of the time. You can't please us all the time.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and that's okay.
Yes,
right?
it is.
The
But
more Trek that there is,
yes.
the more we're gonna get.
All right, let's move on before
Yeah.
our ratings crater. Whenever we start talking about Star Trek, we just
That's
watch
it.
our ratings slowly peel off.
The
People are-
void of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Finally, guys, last bit of news this week. We get the first look at yours, mine, and everyone's favorite heartthrob on planet Earth, Henry
Connor
Cavill,
McLeod.
in the new Highlander film. So there are 2 stills released. I think he's the one that released them, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
He is, I believe.
Of him on it. He's got like the I can't even think, the trench coat, the whole 9 yards. So I don't know how much of this is a remake or a retelling or a reboot or a requel or whatever. I don't know any of that at this point, but for those of us that have been patiently waiting for even anything to do with this film, like I know I think he tore his Achilles tendon while training for the film, and that put it back or whatever, but actually getting some stills on set, we're actually going to get this movie directed by the same gentleman, I believe, that directed the John Wick franchise movie. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh.
David Leitch, I believe, is doing this one, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I might have to get fact checked on that. But I am so excited for Cavill's Highlander. I am too, Stephanie, for a multitude of reasons. It seems like one of the million projects that he's in some way involved with. Because I know he's still working with Amazon on the Warhammer 40K stuff. But I am losing my mind. There can be only one sword.
Does anyone know who's playing the Kurgan? Is a Kurgan in it?
We don't know.
But that's what I mean. I don't know if it's like a retelling of the original tale, or if they're trying to do something. If they don't have a Kurgan, they're definitely missing out, because that would make Clancy Brown's career. For
Clancy Brown was just
holy
in that,
mother, was he one of the best villains ever on screen? So good. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. The franchise has had its ups and downs, I want to say, and I don't think it's terribly unfair to say that there may have been more downs than ups, unfortunately. It kind of got a little strung out after a while, but this seems like we're getting back to basics, and hopefully this can be a starting point or a launching point for something moving forward with him and a franchise of some kind that maybe won't kind of. Have you seen Highlander 2? Maybe won't fall off a cliff immediately with the sequel and then just never really recover. But we'll see, guys.
TV show was great.
Apparently, Dave Well, Dave Bautista has been cast as the Kurgan.
Oh, okay.
No
I'm
way.
down
No
for
way.
that, dude. That sounds
No way.
fantastic. Okay, that's cool.
That's very
Yeah.
cool.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing here. Yeah.
I'm down for that all day. Yeah, very, very cool.
Oh,
Cool.
Yep. Awesome. Guys, that is the news this week. If you have news items that you would like to share, I would recommend moving forward very soon. I'm going to be closing out my Messiah Comics Cosplay account, but you can message the Geeks and Co account with any news items you have. We have group access to the same spreadsheet. We will be adding those items in there, and we will read them out here on the podcast every week if we find them worthy. I didn't find any juicy rumors this week, JS. I do apologize. If you have a juicy rumor, something way out of left field that's not been confirmed by anybody that you think that would pique JS's interest, please make sure you send that over as well. We try to pick one every week. I just couldn't find
100%.
one this one, so my
You know how I
apologies.
love my rumors.
All my sources were legit, so I couldn't find anything that was real clickbaity or rage baity for you. So I'll work harder on that next week. But that's the news. Raw.
Community
news.
Okay, guys,
5
we gotta
years.
we gotta
5
do
years.
something. We gotta get rid of
5
that.
years.
Oh, God.
Looky, I fucking love you.
was the best one.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go through these updates here in sequential order, starting with March Comic Con is only 7 weeks away. If you needed to be stressed out about something, Yukon Crunchers,
Damn
Comic Con is only
Fuck off.
7 weeks away.
you. Damn
Fuck
you.
off.
You better get to work. Okay. I've been working on shit since October, and I'm stressed
I
out.
know. You know, you don't have to, you know.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not allowed to say anything anymore. I got snapped back pretty hard last time I
yeah,
complained.
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You guys do it.
Yeah, being spoiler extraordinaire here.
Mm.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
But as long as you get shit ready in time for March Comic Con, after that is Toronto Game Expo, which it will not have money for because Comic Con is the week before.
Yep.
But they do look to have some much better cosplayers featured this time around. That are pretty
There's a
interesting.
lot of really cool cosplayers that are going to be at Toronto Game Expo this year.
Yeah, I don't know what changed there, but there's a lot of really cool cosplayers that I didn't even know about before, and they've done a really good job picking the lineup this year. So definitely check that out. You know what I missed? Totally, I missed. Can't believe I missed it. Action Figure Comic Con is coming up this weekend.
This weekend.
Yes, which we gotta. I want to know. Someone's got to come back and fill me in on this next week. There's a lot of featured cosplayers at this event, and I'm just curious. How are they running it? What's the plan here? Everybody getting a table? Are they doing something different? Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make that one. We got personal stuff going on, but I want to know what's the deal there. They have over
It almost feels like there's more
over
cosplayers
50.
than vendors.
Yeah, I think 54 I saw, or 52. That's a lot.
That is
Yeah, I'm curious how if somebody can take some video, guys, shoot us some videos on the socials. We'll try to share them as much as we can.
Black Hat Alpha is one of them, and she says nope, we are roaming. So they're
We're
not.
roaming.
You couldn't. You
Okay.
couldn't.
Thank you
you
very
couldn't
much.
buy tables for 52 people. That'd be,
Yeah. Okay. So they're
here's our
roaming.
52 featured cosplay guys and 3 vendors. It's not. You couldn't. it would never work,
Right.
So
Yeah, that makes
All right,
more
well,
sense now.
That's a different approach. Oh, curious to see how it goes. So kind of sad to miss out on that one, but I will catch.
Andre is going to be there as well.
Yeah, literally everybody's going to be there.
Yeah.
Everybody but us.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've a concert that day. So
Yeah, I'm washing my hair. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Now I'm all out of order here.
I'm on your out of order.
I'm out
There's
of
no
order.
podcast out of order.
We can't go forward without mentioning YetiCon. We did in fact find the Yeti. That one is 20 weeks away, which will come faster than you think. The rooms are selling like hotcakes, so if you
They
want a room,
are.
you gotta like get on that.
Yeah.
because-
from my understanding, I think the big rooms with like the suites, I think are gone.
yeah, the big room, they're all gone.
They're gone. They only have single rooms, I believe, left. They have sold more tickets in 2 weeks of pre-sale than they did all of last year.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it's
This is going to be
the hype
massive,
is real
guys.
for this one. It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
which
we're
is,
also planning some
Shenanigans.
Fun stuff for this one. So
Shenan once, they're gonna shenan again.
they're gonna shenan again. That's for
Right.
sure.
Yep. CK Expo is also in April. But after that, or around that time, is Brantford Comic Con. Like we said earlier, several times here, Saturday, May 9th at Lions Park Arena. And one of the featured guests, reason he's on here today, what brings us together is Steve, as you know. Why don't we get into talking a little bit with Steve about Steve?
How many times can we say Steve in a sentence?
Yeah.
I don't know, Steve. Can we talk about Steve?
Let's talk Steve.
Let's talk Steve.
Let's talk
Steve.
Steve. Over to you.
So, Steve, you're going to be at Brantford Comic. Is this your first time at Brantford Comic Con?
No, second year.
So you were there last year.
Yeah.
No, we weren't there last year. I don't want to say we might make an appearance because I can't confirm that.
I can neither confirm nor deny the appearance of the Geeks and Company at Brantford Comic Con this year.
Yeah, we're gonna. I would like to at least pop in and go check.
Yeah,
it
you
out.
should make it down. It's a good show.
It is a little bit far for us in Oshawa, but well, are you from that area, by the way?
Yeah, I'm in Brantford.
Oh, you were in Brantford.
You're in Brantford.
Yeah.
That makes a whole lot of sense now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did you hook up with the Brantford Comic Con people?
How did I hook up? A few people.
I guess James, I suppose.
Yeah, James reached out to me. I know a few other artists like Andrew in town, and they were reaching out to me to do some illustrations for the Rock and Wrestling Party. And I was illustrating some of the wrestlers and such. And then they knew about me working on Terrifier and a few other projects. So they asked me to be a guest. And yeah, that's how it all came together.
And what was it like at the con that first year, Steve? Like, how did it go?
You know what? Shockingly, it went very well. Like, as you guys know, first year cons can be hit or miss. Like, you don't know what you're getting into. And Brantford is mostly a sports market. I think there's a big vacuum there for like something nerd culture.
Right.
And it was unbelievable. Like I thought, you know what, if 100 people roll through in a day, I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
But when they were getting ready to open the doors, there was more than that in the line around the building.
Oh, wow.
Like Brantford came out. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Especially when you get into spots like that, because we were talking about this in the pre-show before you joined us, Steve. We remember talking on this. We've had doing this for 5 years now. We remember talking all those years through. Wouldn't it be great if there were more and more conventions, especially in the Southwestern Ontario area? Someone heard us because man alive, and it's funny when you get into these niche places where, like you said, like maybe the geek and nerd aspect hasn't really been explored. It doesn't mean those people aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
They just have no way to kind of celebrate it locally.
Exactly.
And you guys were able to tap into that.
And it was great. Like, you know what? Like, it was like a whole new, I do like a different con circuit usually, but to have it in my backyard and like be a guest and see like everyone in town come out, that was really cool because I didn't know how it was going to go. Yeah. And yeah, everyone really supported it. It was great.
That's very, very cool. So obviously looking forward to it again this year.
Oh, definitely.
Are they looking to do anything? And in particular, are you looking to do it? Like, what are you doing at the con, Steve, as a featured guest?
Basically signing, selling prints, selling originals, selling like some of the comic books and such that I've illustrated the covers on, and yeah, things like that.
Yeah. And do you do commissions as well, Steve? Is that a thing that you do?
Not at the cons. When I'm at the con, I basically like to just chat with the people, move merch, everything like that. Like I spend pretty much every day illustrating. I think at the con, I just like to
next little bit.
Yeah, I like to chat with everyone because
Yeah.
I'm usually trapped in my art studio and I don't get to hang out with other nerds. And it's really nice to actually chat with people who are as passionate as me about horror and wrestling and comics.
Yeah. And Star Wars, obviously, and Star Trek and all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
It's great.
Do you do commission work at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like if people reach out to me all the time and get commissions and stuff like that, like it could be anything. Like I just had a big giant 18x24 pet portrait painting of someone's dog, and I made them look like crypto and such, and did a big painting of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really. I like doing those ones.
So let's take us back a little bit. You had mentioned, I think maybe it was in the pre-show or maybe at the very beginning, that you've been drawing on your own since 2008.
Yeah.
So what got you into, and what was the first things you started to sort of your work out there getting paid for, or at least getting noticed?
Shockingly, children's novels. That was the bread
Yeah,
and
when I was
butter.
doing research on you, I'm like, what is this transition? What are we doing? Like, how does that work? Yeah, tell us about the over 50 children's novels you've illustrated.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't make the connection between children and horror.
Well,
Yeah.
It's funny enough, it's not uncommon.
no,
Yeah.
Actually, not uncommon.
yeah, it seems wild to me. So tell us about working in that genre, I guess, of illustrating children's books. What was that like?
It was pretty fun, actually. Like, every book that came to you, it was like, maybe this one's got like a dog in it. The next one, I've had a goose and moose couple. You know what I mean? Like every book was different. I've had talking cars. I've had worms. You name it. I've had every type of animal I think I've illustrated in them.
And do you work directly with the writer to try to determine like a specific look for some of these characters, or does it change book to book to book? Like, how does that process come together?
Most times it's through a publishing house, and they'll hook me up directly with the writer.
Okay.
And then the writer and I will converse, and they'll give me the script and everything, and I'll narrow it down to, okay, this is what we can do with this. And and then we just go with it. And then I'll send thumbnails, they'll agree to it, and then bang, I'll start coloring them and we'll have a book.
That's wild. Is there like a particular book or two or a character or two that you got to work on that kind of ended up being like a bit of a favorite of your own throughout the children's stuff that you did? Or is it like picking a favorite kid where you just can't focus on just
I can't
one?
really pick one. And I was cranking them out so much back then. I really didn't have time to fall in love with any particular one. Like I was just like, bam, 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 putting them out like crazy.
I mean, it's not bad to have work.
No, it's great.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a working artist is the dream, right?
Yeah,
so that's,
exactly.
that's fantastic. So when did you start getting into working in that genre? If you start drawing in 2008, when did the children's books start to come in?
Around that time.
Oh, right around that time.
Yeah.
So you do that for how many years before you kind of stumble into the horror? I don't want to say stumble. I don't know. Like help me out with the transition.
Well, it was around 2009, 2010. I was asked to do by a mutual friend I went to school with. They were putting on a horror convention, and they collected the entire original cast of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, wow.
And they remembered when I went to school that I was just a horror nut. Like everything horror I was into. And they're like, do you want to paint this poster for the reunion of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for us? And I'm like, well, yeah, I definitely do. And so I did it, and then I went down, and it just bit me. And from then on, I'm like, you know what? I want to work in this genre. And I just kept pushing and pushing and doing more paintings and illustrations and everything. And then, it just started snowballing.
And help me out with the snowballing too, because I know you've talked about it earlier. You mentioned Fangoria. You've mentioned working on Terrifier. I know you have your own graphic novel series, the Harvester series. Is that right?
Yeah, Rise of the Harvester.
Yeah. So obviously, like the initial post, like it obviously blew out into a lot of other ways for you to express that work.
Yeah.
Help me out with some of that. How does some of that come about? Like, how do you end up getting your own graphic novel to be able to produce and put out there? That's amazing.
I've always wanted, like, especially back then, this was back in, I think 14, 15. I was doing the con circuits, and I really miss slashers back then. I love those 80s slashers, and I was coming up with my own slasher in my head, and I wanted to write a story.
Slashers are the best.
Aren't they great?
Yeah.
And my wife and I were at my booth, and people were coming up to flip through my portfolio, and this is back before like security checks, I guess. And Kane Hodder was there. People were laying actual axes and machetes on my table that they were going to go get signed as they were flipping through. And I said, is that real? And I was feeling like, yeah, that's real. So my wife and I were talking, and we were like, wow, what if someone in cosplay flipped out in here in this like pretty cramped area and started like just hacking people to death?
Good Lord.
And like, do you think people would think it's cosplay, or would they run? Like,
is this part of the show? That looks really real.
Your kill count would be way up there. So I immediately went home and started penciling a story of putting a slasher in the middle of a convention. And that was book 2, The Con of the Dead. And bam, it just took off.
I like that.
Yeah.
So are you're plotting, writing, penciling, like the whole nine?
Yep.
Is it inked and colored as well, or is it black and white? Inked and colored as well. Are you inking and coloring it too, or do you have someone coming in helping you out with that? You're doing it all.
That's me. Yeah.
Is it self-published too, or are you going through a publishing house for it now?
I originally self-published, and then SST Publications picked it up.
Sweet.
So yeah.
And where does that sit now as far as your work goes? Are you currently working on an iteration of it? Or is that the juicy news? I can neither confirm nor deny. Is that working right now?
I have had a script written, basically from the first 2 books, and it's been shopped, and there's going to be an announcement coming soon, probably this year, probably with around end of spring, about Rise of the Harvester and what's coming out next. So
very cool. Yeah, congrats, man. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
That's wicked.
Yeah. And then of course we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Terrifier, which is if there's a hotter, I mean, maybe Five Nights at Freddy. Like it's kind of like in that in the genre, in that sphere. I don't know if there's anything hotter right now. We mentioned before our good friends Jeff and Lacey. Hopefully you guys are watching. Huge fans of this. How did you end up getting involved in the Terrifier franchise?
That's kind of funny. I stay up late illustrating, and I was doing these Scooby-Doo, like just for fun illustrations. Like after Glenn died, I did this Scooby-Doo crossover of Negan squishing Daphne's head and like posting it. And it's just a lot of fun.
Amazing.
And I was up drawing in Terrifier. I thought, I'm going to check this out. And it's right after it got made. And the hacksaw scene came up, and I was like, wow, that's definitely pushing it. So I quickly illustrated a Scooby gonna hacksaw Daphne, and I posted it. And then after a while, Damien reached out to me directly, and he's like, "Hey, this is really funny. I really like it. Can I use it at shows and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I sent him a high res pic of that. Then he saw my other art, and my style's kind of become like that airbrushed white with the black ink that I do.
Right.
I did one of art, and then he was using that at conventions as well. And then all of a sudden, he and Phil got back to me and it's like, "Hey, do you want to turn our movie into like graphic novels?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then after that, Terrifier 2 started, and I started doing lots of art for that one. Like I was getting calls to do Sienna's armor, the sword, the cereal boxes, and then I made the Funhouse. You remember the Funhouse they ran into? With the
brother, I've not seen it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't have enough time. I know, it's terrible. Everybody killing. I didn't get enough time in between to do the full research that I wanted to do. I've not seen the franchise at all. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, they didn't, obviously back then. It was still indie, so they didn't have the budget to build an actual Funhouse. So they had this barn, and it had 2 entrances, and they sent me the dimensions, and I scaled it down and on plywood made the Funhouse. I got a picture of me on my Instagram holding it, and then it in the film, and then basically the camera's put here, the Funhouse there, and then the barn's backlit way over there, and then it makes it look like it's old school filming. So yeah.
Wait. So you made an actual maquette that was used in the movie as the actual. Oh, that's dope. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was a crunch.
That's pretty cool.
I think I was about to go to bed. It was like midnight. And I got this frantic message from Damien and Phil saying like, "We need this Funhouse." And I'm like, "Oh, when?" And they're like, "In a couple days." So I had to zip to Home Depot. First, I had to illustrate it, get to Home Depot, buy plywood, bring it back, build it, paint it, and then like somehow ship it to the States like overnight.
Holy hell.
So yeah, it was crazy.
Good Lord. Rob, you discovered a connection that Steve has that kind of tweaked your interest based on your wild and impetuous youth. Do you want to explore that a little bit? You're on mute, Rob.
Damn, thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. I got you.
Yeah, so doing a little bit of reading here last minute and going through some information again, doing my research, and something caught my eye. There's a particular band that I was like a huge fan of, like back in the day. And I saw it here that apparently you've worked with a band called Twisted.
Yeah.
Twisted.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of them back in the day. Still am. I still listen to their music. And when I saw that, I told these guys, I'm like, I've never met any, like the fan base probably in Canada. It's hard to find other people who know that band.
Yeah.
I have the CD like right here. I got a VHS right here.
Oh, no way.
So I want to know, what is your connection to that?
Just through the horror, I guess. Twisted and ICP are like huge horror fans and like huge Terrifier fans, and through like certain connections, their manager reached out to me, and it was also through James from the Brantford Comic Con who helped hook that up.
That's
Really?
And we all kind of got connected to each other, and it turns out they like my artwork and asked me to do a couple pieces for their big Halloween show this last year. So,
Oh, really? That was just last year. Okay.
yeah,
Very cool. Yeah, when I
Damn.
saw that, I was like, I gotta ask. I had to ask you that question.
Immediately put it on our group chat. He's like, "You guys
Yeah.
don't know who this band is, but I'm a giant fan. I gotta talk to him about it."
Yeah, I used to be huge into those guys in my youth. Yeah.
that's cool.
Kinda dating.
Steve, I want to get a bit of an idea of your favorite mediums. I feel like a lot of what you do is more of a painting style. You're not really none of this is digital art. It's all actual paint.
No,
Or
but you
is
do
it?
no, but he does
I do
dig-
digital. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do digital.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
most of my art, like behind me and everything, is all acrylic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actual paint. That's not digital.
Yeah.
So is paint where you got started? Was that
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
your thing? Is actual paint?
Yeah, I love painting and sketching.
Do you want to bring up some of his work, JS? While we're
Yeah, that's
talking?
exactly what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Because
you're also
it
a big-
about paint. So many people just have gone to, well, specifically digital, and hence why I was asking. But
Yeah. I just love the
um,
feel of it. I mix my paints really loose, almost like ink, and I can move them around. And I find they're much looser, and I can move it around. And yeah, that's just a recent Terrifier sketch cover I just did from book, I believe, 1.
Wild.
yeah, that's sick. While we're looking at some of your art here, oh,
Yeah, I'm a huge
Dude.
absolute Batman fan, so I submitted that one to send in.
that's
wicked.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
The absolute line is so cool.
Isn't it
Yeah, what-
so good?
Oh my God.
I'm assuming this is digital.
Yes, that one's digital.
Uh,
Yep. Digital's nice because it's print ready. You just send it in. See there, bottom left. See that? That's me holding the miniature. And then Hollywood Horror Nights was building that for the theme park this past Halloween.
Wild.
And there's the picture down below in the movie, and there's me holding it.
Damn.
Wow.
Good for you. Holy.
Yeah, it was pretty surreal.
So you're a comic book guy on top. So you really are into all the geek and nerd shit. Like there's nothing that's really not like genre wise.
Oh no. No,
So you like to paint and you're a comic book guy. So if I say Alex Ross,
oh, he's a god. He's
okay,
our
you're absolutely right, and I'm glad that that's the connection because it kind of almost has to be. You can't be talking comics and paint and not mention Alex Ross.
Yeah, he's our Norman Rockwell of our time. He
100%.
is absolutely brilliant.
100%. At first, I was working Kingdom Come and just absolutely blew me away. Easily my favorite graphic novel series of all time, okay, maybe Watchmen, but then definitely Kingdom Come. So, but just because the art is just so crazy great. Once you see painted comics, it's really hard to go back to almost anything else because
Exactly.
it's just so epic looking and so much depth and just crazy time. Anyways, guys, the views are going to plummet if I start going on and on about painted comics. But obviously, that's a bit of inspiration. Is getting into the comic side of things, is that anything that's ever kind of like tickled your fan? Like, would that be something that you'd want to explore as well? Like,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I love to paint covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone needs covers out there right now, yeah, I'd be down with that. You know what? Sequential right now. I did a ton of sequential art with the Terrifier ones. The last book, like the third book, was like 100 pages and everything, and I think I just got burnt out. But I love doing covers because I can take the time and get that heavy detail.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, there's the one from In a Violent Nature with Johnny.
Okay, why is it Daphne that's always getting it, Steve? I'm a little concerned, man. You mentioned a couple of different ones, and they were both like Daphne getting it. That can't be good, dude.
She's such a pain in the ass. Can
Yeah,
I say that?
Yeah, definitely the damsel in distress for sure. And you're obviously
is sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. That was a commission. So
Very cool.
Wow.
And
yeah,
did I
they were
see-
on.
Did I see
12 by
CM
24
Punk right above that too?
canvas. Yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
A wrestling guy as well, eh?
Yeah, I did a lot of art for a long while on the Jim Cornette podcast too.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Arcadian Vanguard. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a
Cornette's old
huge-
school too, man. Like if Cornette's
Yeah.
digging your stuff, like that's a high bar to hit for Cornette. He's a very divisive person, I guess I would say,
Yeah.
with Jim Cornette. You either love him or hate him, and he either loves you or hates you, type of thing. So
Exactly. There's no
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
between with Jim.
no, there really isn't. Yeah, what some dope pieces.
Oh,
Goodness
thanks. Yeah.
gracious me.
It's it's a trip. Like it's a lot of fun.
How much now? So this is your livelihood. This is your work.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure you get this question all the time, and I apologize. I'm just trying to make sure I get most of the standard interview questions in there. How much enjoyment can you get out of just doodling, or just like how much personal creative do you get versus stuff that you're doing for work, or stuff that you're doing for commission, or stuff that you're doing for whatever? How do you find
Well-
that balance, Steve?
Well, if I have commissions I'm not particularly into or whatever, which is kind of odd and kind of rare,
Right.
I'll also do another piece that I been really interested in doing, and I'll kind of balance it that way. Like I'll be like, well, I'm doing this and I don't particularly like it, but I'm also drawing a piece of Michael Myers or whatever, and I really like that. So it's kind of like a balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you ever just draw for you though? Like, is there ever a time where you just, this isn't for a commission, this isn't for a thing, this isn't for a cover,
Yes.
this is just for me?
Yeah. I recently did a King in Yellow one recently.
Rob,
the
are
yellow-
you gonna be all right? Rob's a big xenomorph guy, so
Same. I love the Xenos. So I really took a lot of time with the glow on that one.
yeah,
That
he
is
just got a
amazing.
really dope tattoo on his arm, a Xeno tattoo on his arm. Rob did, and it's he's a big fan. That's very, very cool. Holy hell. That's
Thanks.
cool. I love that blurry kind of thing you've got going on across the top with the
Mhm.
sheen and the
Yeah, I wanted it kind of like drifting off the the exoskeleton skull.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just sold that one just recently, that sketch cover.
That's very cool.
Yeah, big mall fan.
Man alive. That David. Oh, look at the Rucker Hauer from Blade Runner. Get
Yeah,
out of town.
That ending though, right? That ending was out of
Holy.
town.
Wow,
Oh, that
wow.
Tears in the Rain scene is like
Yeah.
like your top 10 scenes of all times in film. Like, that's such
Exactly.
a great scene, and you've captured that really, really well there.
Oh, thanks.
Holy,
That's definitely one of my top 10 movies. I love Blade Runner.
amazing film. So yeah, so it's not
Oh,
so
man.
anybody that would want to pigeonhole you and say you just do horror, that's clearly not the case.
No, like-
Your interest and views range, and your art is reminiscent of that. There was a David from Lost Boys that was up there too. That was just absolutely crazy how good that, like, it looks like it's a still from the movie almost.
Oh, thanks.
So you're clearly in our age group a little bit too. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was a 70s kid. So
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
yeah, it's I just love drawing everything. After I graduated fine arts, I was working at an art studio. Oh yeah, that's
The Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Holy.
just doing nature art. I was mentored by an artist and I was doing nature art for a long time.
hmm
I think that helped to get that realism as well.
Sure. Yeah. No, of course.
Wow, goddamn.
Yeah, that's kind of become my signature, the airbrush white with the black ink and everything.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
become my signature style.
That's
now.
insane.
Yeah, those have definitely become my signatures.
So other than doing,
So-
sorry, go ahead, JS.
So if people, so you were talking about doing commissions earlier and doodling for yourself, but how does this work? Like if somebody wants to buy some of your work, do you just make stuff that you then go around and sell, or is it all
Yes.
okay? This is what I want and make it for me, or do you do both? Or
I do
how does
both.
that all- you do?
like the Jason I'm currently painting behind me.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Which,
that.
by the
to bring-
way, it's fucking sick.
Oh, thanks. I'm doing that to bring to cons this year, and I'd like to have a new piece.
Can I
like,
get it?
big one?
Can I?
It's
You'll
all
have to show up
yours,
to
man.
Brantford Comic Con.
Message
Yeah.
me. Send me
Yeah.
a text message.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah,
Come
that's
to the
pretty
Brantford Comic Con.
cool.
Yeah, I
all
want
yours.
that. That's sick.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I
that
hit
is
it with a
pretty cool.
lot of like icy blues, but then that ochre yellow I seasoned the canvas with before to get that really like sickly yellow look on the mask. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
crushed
I
it.
always love Jason to have a dirty,
Same.
old, grimy. I cosplay Jason, and my mask
Oh, nice.
is super old and grimy and leaky grease and shit. And yeah, mine
See, I
looks
like that.
disgusting. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's my
So,
style of Jason too. Yeah,
tough luck
100%.
killing
cool.
teenagers all day, man. That's that good.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
love that.
Dirty.
That's
Absolutely.
sick behind you there.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks,
Like
man.
grimy.
Yeah, it's a biggie. It's probably about 2 feet by 3 feet, that one.
Yeah.
Because the chainsaw one, Texas one, that one's the size of a house door. I found that canvas and I'm like, okay,
What?
I gotta paint Texas chainsaw on that.
Wait, is it sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit!
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that one's sitting on the floor and almost, yeah. She's
So
pretty
so
big.
that's a piece that you did. You found the canvas, you decided to put that on, and now you have that available for someone to purchase if they want.
Yeah,
that
like
piece.
I'll bring that to show as like kind of
Yeah.
like people will stop and be like, whoa,
Yeah.
like just the size of it and everything.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
there like a particular?
Yeah, Black Cat's saying, sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to cut
Found
you
it.
off.
I was loving it.
Black
Yeah.
Cat's saying, found a canvas?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So how do you find a canvas?
You know what? Shockingly, I got that great big one at HomeSense.
No way.
Yeah, my wife and I were there shopping for something, and I always hit the art section. I'm like, yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
back. And I came back with this big canvas under my arm. I'm like, this is mine. And
That's
And
hilarious.
she must be very understanding because
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of wives be like, "Go put that back. We're not taking that. It's
Yeah.
as big as a door." Yeah. So good.
yeah,
good
and
for
I already
you.
knew I wanted to do a big leather face because I just
Yeah.
love leather face. And I'm like, okay, I've got to really capture him with this one.
Is there a particular? Go ahead, JS. I keep
I was
interrupting you, and you go to ask. A
That's
question, so you
okay.
go
I
ahead.
was just about
No.
to go through some of the comments in
Yeah,
the
do
chat
it.
because there's a
Do it.
lot of comments
Yes,
in the chat,
do it.
guys.
Do it.
Oh my God, Lord of Darkness. Yeah, yes. I love the Hellraiser art. Balls sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's freaking loving it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's sick, guys. Go check him out on Instagram. It is Steve Horror Art. How did you get that, Steve Horror Art? You would have you been on Instagram since like 1998 or something? Or
Yeah. Right the minute that opened, I took that.
that's fantastic. Sorry,
you got
Jeff.
that Gmail invite. When those Gmail invites first started going out, I bought my first Gmail invite for $1. So there's no numbers on the end of my Gmail address. It's just a really.
way.
I'm not telling you what it is because it's an
It's just
absolutely
Jeff?
terrible Gmail name. No, it's not. No, it's all right. So I wanted one. I wanted to say Big Mac because I was a lot heavier than my last name was McDonald, so I wanted to be Big Mac, and that was somehow already taken. And then I thought, well, I was a father. I was like a newly minted father, so I wanted Big Daddy. But that was already taken. So I picked Big Daddy Mac, which is a whole. And that was my main email address for years. So, like, when I call Rogers and they have to confirm my email address, I have to say that to the Rogers rep. There's not one I've spoken to left that didn't laugh out loud when I have to tell them, yes, I confirm my email address is bigdaddymac@gmail.com. Yeah.
It's like
Mistakes.
you're a manager in wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, mistakes were made. This was a long time ago.
Oh.
Please don't judge me, but absolutely go ahead and judge me.
Yeah.
I'm always curious with.
I feel like we should have heard the stories.
I know
years ago.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Often. I have since created other Gmail addresses that are not as cringe as that. So
Big Daddy Mac.
terrible. I know.
That
I
is
never living that
awesome.
one down. That is terrible. Is what that is.
Yeah.
You've because of your varied interests, you've managed to work into a lot of IPs, both
That's a
officially.
new
and
T-shirt, by the way. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
cool.
I got a t-shirt problem. Like that's my clutch, man.
Most geeks and nerds do, right? Like
Yeah.
that's how we express it. I'm a sporto, so I got some Bruins gear going on
nice.
there now. But is there a particular genre or an IP that you haven't had? Look, dude, it's on the hat, man. I get it. I have a tattoo. What do you want? Is there a particular IP that you haven't really had a chance to explore or get to work on yet that would really speaks to you that you would love a chance to do?
Oh wow. Wow. That's a hard one. I've worked on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Man, off the top of my head, I can't really think. Because of my love for Texas Chainsaw, I've done a million of them and a lot of Pennywise. No, I can't think of any.
Let me flip it to you then. DC calls and they're going to offer you get to pick the cover that you're going to do. Any cover you want, you name it, you get to do it. What's the first cover that Steve's going to crank out for any DC title?
Probably Absolute Batman or Swamp Thing.
Oh, Swamp Thing. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
That would
Yeah.
go fantastic
Yeah,
with
yeah,
paint
yeah.
style too. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
I'd love.
Have
to
you
do a
done any
Thing.
Swamp Things?
No. Can you
Oh my
believe that? I haven't. And I love Swamp Thing, especially
your
Kelly
style.
Jones' run. Like, remember when
Yeah.
Kelly Jones did Swamp Thing and then he did
Yeah.
Swamp Thing Batman? And
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and I loved Moore's run, like his whole run through Swamp Thing and branching out that universe with the green and making him like a real elemental and bringing in all that arcane occult stuff. Fantastic. I loved all that stuff. So yeah, man, Swamp Thing, very good choice. Very, very, very cool. And yeah, Absolute Batman's the juicy news. I don't know if you saw, they just released like the top 50 selling comics for 2025, and it's just absolute.
Oh,
Absolute,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And most of them absolute Batman. Some Wonder Womans and some Supermans got in there and Flash as well, but there's so many. Nearly every single issue of Absolute Batman is in like the top 20 selling comics of 2025. Yeah.
I knew the Absolute universe was doing well, but I didn't realize they were like the top
Dominating.
selling. Really? That's
Yes. Dominating.
interesting.
Yeah. Since they made the change in editor, they got rid of Didio, which thankfully, and moved into this direction, and they got involved with All In, and then the Absolute line. Everything's just coming up DC now. So
Well, they had a big change of the guard at DC, right?
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Most of the people got laid off a few years ago, and now it's all new people, right? So
It feels
It's,
almost like back in like 90, 91. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that exciting again.
Agreed.
yeah,
Very much
interesting,
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even when the Ultimates first came out for Marvel, and they were it's all the same familiar heroes, but a little bit of a twist on it. That's what Absolute is, but it's even more of a twist, and what they're doing over there. With
But DC, that was more like Dark Knight Returns timeline,
Elseworld
right?
stuff. Yeah.
Stuff.
But they weren't connected, and the Absolute universe is. It's like the Ultimate universe. They're all in that same Absolute universe. So and all those different takes, like Batman's still Batman. He's just not a millionaire. He's not rich.
No.
So he's just got to
really?
Yeah. So it's a whole. Kal-El grew up on Krypton before it exploded. So he has a whole different perspective. If you're not familiar with the Absolute line, I definitely
gotta check that out. Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, it's very good. The Joker's a little. Yeah,
I'm not sure. It's kind of Violator type thing.
A little bit,
Spawn.
a little xenomorphy kind of. Yeah, it's. I think they went a little bit too extreme, but at least you didn't add 69 Shelby. Settle down, sir. Settle down.
So he's like a creature.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he looks like he'd go better with like the Batman Who Laughs, like in that type of negative universe.
Right.
It's a little
or Spawn. You know what I mean? Like
very Violator. You're right. 100%.
That's what I thought right away.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see him, but I got a massive winged Spawn over here. I'm a massive Spawn fan.
Yeah, then you would know what he's talking. Like that whole like that whole line of Annihilators or whatever that they had in there. Yeah, he looks like he'd be fit right in home with that whole.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
Yep. Very cool. Steve, are you working on anything currently? You did mention you're going to have some Harvester news coming up very soon, but is there anything else that you're currently in the midst of or working on that you can share with us today?
Right now, just the big Jason piece.
Yep.
That big guy back there.
Yep.
Working on more Harvester stuff, and right now that's about it.
Are you done on the Terrifier side of things? Is that something that can come? You are. Yeah.
After Terrifier 2, I was done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And is that something that you'd want to revisit sometime in the future, or you think, you're okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep. That's very cool. And of course, they can see you at Brantford Comic-Con. You've mentioned that you've been doing the con circuit for some time now.
Yeah.
How long? Do you remember when your first con was?
My first con? Do you remember? Yeah. Wow.
Because as a guest.
Oh, as a guest? I was going to say as a patron.
No, not as a patron, as a guest.
Oh, as a guest? Probably. Yeah. I've been a vendor since like 10. As a guest, probably the past 5 years.
5 years. Yeah. Have you? I just local flavor. Have you done Shock Stock at all?
Yeah, about 7 years ago.
Okay, so it's been some time. And then have they managed to get you to Frightmare at all too, or no?
Oh, the Frightmare in the Falls? Yeah, I was with them from the first show.
I went to the first show too. That first show was small, and man, oh man, has that con ever taken off? Holy,
definitely,
man. What is it about the con circuit that appeals to you that you seem to dig? Because like you said, you went from patron to vendor to guest.
Yeah,
clearly you're down with the scene. What is it about that scene that you find so attractive?
I just find it charges my battery. I get out there and like I said, I'm with like all these like-minded like people that love the genre as much as me, and we all like chat. Like I find after the con, obviously I'm exhausted,
Right.
but my battery's like charged, man. Like
Yeah.
I am like ready to hit the canvases and the paper like crazy.
Yeah. Do you have any other appearances lined up so far for
I have
2026?
Brantford. I just signed on to the Great Canadian Halloween in September. And I should have a few more over the summer, but usually the fall's my big time. Like once all the creepy season comes in, I come out of my cavern and
bring me the patrons of the conventions. If people wanted to keep up with your appearances and obviously your work, what's the best way to see your stuff and see where they can see you?
You can see me on Instagram or Facebook, like Steve McGinnis Horror Art. And I usually post. I'm going to be making like a tour poster soon again, and you get to see all my appearances.
And if it comes time to looking for a commission or buying a piece from you, is that the same way? Contact you through those particular?
Yep, just reach out through either my webpage or reach out through Insta or Facebook.
And is there anything commission-wise that you're not okay with? That is a hard no from you right away, or are you pretty open?
Nudity,
right?
Like a lot of people, especially after the first Terrifier, and like when I get the books, I came up with the idea when they were printing them, print me like a whole bunch with just the nice white covers that I can illustrate for people.
Yeah.
And then immediately it was guys contact me. You got to draw the hacksaw scene, but make her completely nude and all this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah. All right. So there is a line, and that's where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Good to know for the people that are going to be looking for your work, gentlemen.
Steve, thank you so much, man. This
thanks for having me on.
Been amazing. Rob, do you have any last questions for Steve before we start signing off here?
Other than Brantford Comic Con, do you have other cons in the area planned for the rest of the year?
Probably. I'm up and down with a few what I might do, but I'm definitely locked in for Brantford and the Great Canadian Halloween right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
You should look into Oshawa Boo Bash. It's quite the party.
Like a street festival, live
Halloween
bands,
themed
live
street
music.
festival. Yeah.
Funny. I lived in the Schwig for a year too.
Yeah,
So
you should check it out.
I don't know if you heard of Convergence that Oshawa did at all. It's been a big successful outdoor event in the fall, and it's been so big and successful that they've launched a month later like a spooky season themed Oshawa Boo Bash.
Really? Do you know who's running it?
Tourism Ottawa.
Tourism Oshawa and Convergence.
Yeah. So they had most of downtown. We did Boo Bash. They had us come out with the Iron Throne and everything else, and
way.
It was. They had a lot. They had built a set with a wall and a door with a leather face that would like burst out of the door with a chainsaw going on. They had the most amazing pair of people. And by the way, these guys did so the one guy was dressed as a priest with a hat, and there was a girl on a bed. This is outside. The bed's a rolling bed. It's a full like 4-poster brass rail bed, and she's got the piece like the green and the puke, and he's like power of Christ propels you and
rolling her down the street.
And he's rolling her up and down the street the whole we were what was it, like from 10 till 10 or like he was doing it the whole way. Like they were troopers, so they had a lot of like live interactive stuff like that throughout the whole show. And then they had a freak show up on stage for a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like sword swallowing and staples and the whole 9 yards.
Was it the monsters? Pepper and Orbox?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Pepper. They said Pepper was up there for quite a bit. They were talking about Pepper. Yeah.
Those two are awesome. If you ever get to meet those guys, they are the coolest cats ever.
We were just adjacent to the stage, and we had our own whole setup with the throne and everything going on, and music and jazz. So we were part of the show type of thing. So but yeah, dude, your stuff would fit in.
Have you heard of Fear Mall?
Yes, that's run by Adam.
Yeah, so Adam, they partnered with Oshawa Tourism to bring Boo Bash. So they'll market there. Yeah, Adam was a huge part of that. So
I got to reach out to Adam then.
Yeah, it's a great show, and I think your stuff would do really, really well.
Oh wow. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, it was a fantastic time. I can't say enough about how impressed we were. How many people?
Really? First event
for the first year?
It was.
That's wild.
bananas.
Now
Did
the
you
weather
guys-
was really good for October, by the way, too. Like we got blessed with the weather. It was
Yeah, 'cause
unseasonably
it could be
warm.
bad.
Because it was
Yeah,
outdoor. In
it is an outdoor
October.
festival. but-
Risky,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah,
it worked out.
Yeah,
Did you
it
guys
did.
grow up in Oshawa?
No, Rob
okay.
grew up in Durham, but I didn't.
Okay. I lived there for a year when I was a kid, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I only go there when I'm going to visit these guys and for
Yeah.
events like this and such. So yeah, it's
Nice. And for
Yeah,
coffee at Coffin Creek and everything.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
which isn't in Oshawa.
Oh yeah, the Curtis
Curtis.
guys.
Curtis.
Trust me, they'll tell you right away.
Curtis. Yeah.
Guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. Steve, thanks once again so much.
Thanks for
joining us.
having me.
We really appreciate it. If you guys want to be able to see and interact with Steve, of course, he is going to be at Brantford Comic Con on May 9th, I believe, which is 1 week after our event at London Brewing Co-op, our Star Wars event. May the 4th be with you. This year it's on May the 2nd because that is, of course, the Saturday. So we'll be doing all the same things again. We're already getting started with the organizing on that. But a week later, make sure you're going to see this guy and our guest next week at Brantford Comic Con because it looks like it's going to be a wonderful time.
Mhm.
JS,
Andrew Thomas, guys, coming next week.
next week.
Steve, thanks so much again.
Well, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Amazing.
Yeah, this
Thank
was
you so much.
awesome. We
Yeah.
gotta have you. We gotta have you on again for
Oh,
sure. We gotta
count
have
me
you on
in.
again. I have your personal email now, so I'm going to be stalking you a little bit. That's okay. If you enjoyed this and you want to see some snippets, check out the Brantford Comic Con social medias. Otherwise, make sure you all stay geeky. We'll see you next week.
No like and subscribe this week? No like and subscribe?
Yeah, like this. They know the lesson.
They know the drill.
If they're not subscribed,
Every
what's going
week.
on?
Every week you got to like and subscribe. It's terrible.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Geek Boutique Podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to make sure you never miss an